Hello everybody! Can I introduce you to a fun and practical way to experiment with electronics? The system is called Lectron. This is the manual and it's very detailed. There's also a power supply included and many components inside cubes. These cubes can be easily mounted on the included metal surface. For instance, let's take a resistor block. You can see the schematic symbol together with the value on a white label. Now, when you turn it over, you can see that the casing is transparent and you can actually see the components inside. It's very cool. These are the contact plates for a resistor and there are also magnets underneath. So, when you put the cube on a metal surface, it holds there thanks to the magnet. Now, let's take another resistor cube on a 5.6K. When you hold them together, they attract each other thanks to the magnet and they make contact. Now, these are the magnets to hold these resistor cubes on the metal surface. Alright. Now let's move on with the transistor. This is a transistor. It has the base connection, the collector and the emitter, and this is the magnet to put on a metal surface. Alright. Now, if we want to ground our transistor, we need a special block. It's the ground block. So, you see the ground symbol on it. And the side of the block is connected with the bottom of the block, which makes contact to the metal plate or ground. Now we can say that our transistor is grounded. So when you want to build up your circuit, it's easy to use these ground blocks to spare some time and for easy assembly. Now let's move on with the electrolytic capacitor. This capacitor is polarized, which means that you have to pay attention to put it properly in your circuit. Okay, alright. Now, we need some power to power up our circuit, so we have a battery block here. This battery block is 9 volts, there's a plus and a minus connection. These are the connections at the sides, and the battery is inside the case, which can be easily be opened. Right. Or we can use a bridge rectifier, and it has also the plus and the minus of our battery block. But it has also an AC or alternate current connection of 12 volts. At the side you find the plug for your power supply and this little socket. Now there's also a small adjustment for our DC output and it can be adjusted between 2 and 12 volts. Alright. Now, let's move on with some other components. For instance, this is a transformer, but in this case it's a medium wave coil for medium wave reception. This is a relay block and has 2 separate contacts, and this is the coil of the relay. If you want to hear some sound in your circuit, you need a speaker. This is the speaker block. It has a transformer inside and a speaker. So there you actually see the speaker, and this is a transformer, and these are the 2 magnets to hold the speaker on a metal surface. Okay. This is the meter, and it's a very cool. You can see it can deflect to the right and to the left, which means you can connect it either way. This is the meter inside. This is the potentiometer, and it's a potentiometer of 10K. So we can adjust here. Right. Okay, now if you want to connect your circuit, you need some wiring. These are the wire blocks. You see these opposite sides are connected with each other. This is the magnet to hold on the magnetic surface. We have also a T connection. This is a T connection which makes contact with 3 sides of the cube. And also the magnet here. What's next is the corner block. This connects 2 sides of the cube. We have a crossing wire here, but these intersections are not connected, as you can see. there's no dot. We have also a cross wire, but intersections are connected with each other. There's the dot. So the four sides are connected with each other. Okay, what have we next? This is a transformer and it can produce high voltages. This voltage can be measured with a neon light. This is a neon bulb. This is a variable capacitor and other components to be used in various circuits. Now, I would also like to mention the light bulb. It has connections at the side of the cube. The lamp itself can be used as a light indicator or even as a small resistor, as proposed in our following 3-stage amplifier circuit. So stay tuned and let's get started.